And Encik Wahab, I also want to get your experience for HR practitioners, being a seasoned HR veteran yourself. What advice would you have for HR practitioners to be more strategic in their role as HR?
I think, as what everybody knows, HR should not be seen just HR as a function. HR should be seen as part and parcel of the total business. What does it mean? The HR person must know what is the business all about. The HR person must be able to provide solutions that would help to facilitate to grow the business. It is important for HR person in this case to focus on the talent development, the talent management.
Right.
This is where I must say that PICS could help you
Right.
by having to identify the person's strengths and weaknesses. By having to identify the person's strength in terms of where you'll be able to mold and develop the person forward.
Yep. And it's so important for HR to move away and move beyond the administrative role or the basic administrative role and be more strategic to
Correct.
develop talent,
Correct.
identify talent, develop talent.
The HR person, apart from having to understand the business, be with the business, I always believe that the HR person must have the other two important profiles.
Okay.
One, they must be a trusted advisor.
Right.
Trusted advisor to the CEO, just like the CFO become the co-pilot
Yeah.
of the organization.
Yeah.
They are the co-developer of the organization. Now, if HR persons or team can become the trusted advisor not only to the CEO but also to the C-suites of the organization, and then their impact is going to be fantastic.
Great, great. So to the HR managers or HR directors who are currently listening, what is one advice you can give them to help them be that trusted advisor, or what advice can you share with them so that they can be a business advisor to the CEO, like how you were during your time?
My dear HR colleagues, don't be too rigid. Don't just follow by the book. You must be able to know where to become flexible. You must be able to listen. You must be able to diagnose what is actually the requirement of the organization. In order to have this, the HR people has got to be relevant at all times. When I say relevant here is that don't talk about something that already in the past. Move forward. They must be able to provide something which is not just qualitative but also quantitative. Having to blend the quantitative and the qualitative analysis, you'll be able to diagnose and provide much better prescription for the business.
Right. So quantitative would be like numbers, ROI, statistics.
Something that you can see, instead of just a softy, feely approach. It is important.
Yeah.
It is important. But if you were to plus with the diagnostic tools that we were to show to people, this is the things.
Right.
For example, PICS is one of, I could see that something which is very visible.
Yep.
And then you can have your engagement survey, you can have this and that. Use all these tools to manage. Then you'll be able to get the trust, to get the confidence of the people.
Very good advice. I hope that's useful and helpful, and I'm sure it is to all the HR professionals or those who are keen to move up in the HR career ladder.
The other thing is that to become a good HR leaders, you must be able to listen to people. Listen empathically. Listen actively. Not just talk. I know that some of the people like to talk. But listen to people, and from there be able to identify where can you help them.
Okay.
And to become a leader, you must have the courage. When it's to have the courage is that especially more it's in all other positions, but for HR, because you must have the courage for you to make decisions. You must have the courage for you to challenge the situation.
Right.
Don't come to a situation where you are just nodding your head all the time. If you do not agree to certain things, you must be able to speak up. But of course, in doing this, you must know how to manage the stakeholders.
Right.
To move up to the ladder, the higher you go, it is very crucial for you to be able to manage the stakeholders. Managing the stakeholders is not apple polishing. Managing the stakeholders is to be able to understand when for you to come in, when for you to listen, when for you to differ. You must be able to know and pick. Don't just go to any battle, but you lose the war.
Right.
You must be able to pick. Where can you position yourself?
Pick the right battle.
Pick the right battle
pick the
in
right
order
time.
for you to win the war.
Okay, very good advice.